I get confused. Tomorrow, yesterday, it's all the same for little Pennywise.
Now imagine this. Pennywise isn't standing in front of Marge as a clown in a sewer or a shadow in the dark. He's standing there like time itself decided to smile at her. He holds up a missing poster, old paper, curled edges, ink already fading, and right there on it is a name that should not exist yet. Richie Tozier. And suddenly, Welcome to Derry pulls the rug out from under everything we thought we knew. Not just about Pennywise, but about time, fate, and why this monster may be scarier now than he ever was in the movies. Support this content by liking, sharing, and subscribing for more upcoming theories. At first glance, the scene feels wrong. Not confusing in a bad writing way, but wrong in that deep, itchy feeling you get when reality slips for a second. Welcome to Derry is set in 1962. Richie Tozier doesn't arrive until the mid-1970s. He grew up in the 80s. He helped kill Pennywise in 2016. So why is Pennywise holding his face like it's already history? This theory explains that Pennywise isn't predicting the future. He's remembering it. When Pennywise tells Marge that Richie is her son, he isn't lying. He isn't bluffing. He's not even threatening in the usual way. He's stating a fact from his point of view. And when Marge doesn't understand, Pennywise does something far scarier than sharpening his teeth or stretching his face. He explains time. Not human time, not clock time, Pennywise time. He says he doesn't experience time in a straight line. For humans, time is a hallway. You walk forward, you can't turn around, you can't skip rooms. Pennywise experiences time like a map. Everything is laid out at once. Past, present, and future. All visible, all happening. This shows us a hidden detail that reframes every single Pennywise appearance across the franchise. He's not coming back every 27 years, because he has to. He's coming back because, from his perspective, he always is. This is why Pennywise can reference events that haven't happened yet. It's why he knows people's fears before they do. It's why he recognizes the losers immediately. He isn't remembering them from the past. He's seeing them across time, like glowing points he can't ignore. A clue from the previous episode reveals this subtly when Pennywise speaks to characters using language that doesn't match their moment. He talks about endings before beginnings. He references a loss that hasn't happened yet. We brushed it off as spooky clown talk. It wasn't. It was literal. Now here's where the Richie twist becomes horrifyingly smart. Pennywise knows that Richie Tozier is part of the group that killed him in 2016. From a human perspective, Pennywise dies.
And that he and his friends, that they kill him.
From Pennywise's perspective, 2016 is a wall. He can see up to it, but not past it. He exists everywhere before his death, all at once. After? Nothing. So Pennywise does the one thing a being like him would logically do. He doesn't try to escape the future. He tries to erase it. By killing Marge in 1962, Pennywise believes he can stop Richie from ever being born. No, Richie means no losers. No losers means no ritual of Chud. No defeat. Immortality is achieved, not by surviving 2016, but by making sure it never happens. This theory explains why Pennywise's behavior in Welcome to Derry feels more desperate than in the films. He isn't just feeding anymore, he's strategizing. He's pruning the timeline. But here's the mind-breaking part. Pennywise's plan exposes his biggest weakness. If Pennywise truly experiences all pre-2016 time simultaneously, then any successful change should already exist in his perception. If killing Marge works, then the timeline where Richie never exists should already be visible to him. The fact that he's trying means he hasn't seen a version where he wins. That's terrifying and hopeful. This shows us a hidden detail about Pennywise's so-called godhood. He sees time, but he may not be able to change it freely. He's inside the system, not above it. He can move within the map, but he can't redraw it. That creates a paradox Pennywise can't escape. If he kills Richie's ancestors and prevents his own death, then the version of Pennywise who feared 2016 never should have existed. But he does exist. Which suggests the timeline is locked. Welcome to Derry quietly introduces the idea that Pennywise is trapped in a closed loop. He knows the ending, he hates the ending, but every move he makes leads back to it. This is where the show gets really clever. Instead of making Pennywise stronger, this time travel twist might actually make him weaker. Because knowledge without control is torture. Pennywise isn't omnipotent, he's cursed with awareness. A clue from the previous episode reveals this, when Pennywise reacts emotionally instead of playfully after being challenged mentally. When characters with the shining pushback, like Dick Halloran, Pennywise doesn't just attack, he destabilizes. He falters, because belief matters. This theory explains why the shining is so dangerous to Pennywise. It doesn't hurt him physically, it collapses his self-image. If Pennywise is made to believe he's small, bound, or temporary, his perception fractures. He starts experiencing time the way humans do, moment by moment. That's why the idea of trapping Pennywise in linear time is more dangerous to him than killing him. Death is an event. Time is his domain. Take that away, and he's just a monster in a hole. Now think back to the movies. The losers don't defeat Pennywise with weapons. They do it with belief, memory, and unity. They force him into a human framework. They mock him. They shrink him. They make him feel time. Welcome to Derry reframes that ending. Pennywise didn't lose because he was weak. He lost because the rules of the universe finally applied to him. And Richie matters more than we thought. Richie isn't just a loser, he's a time anchor. His existence is a fixed point Pennywise can see but can't remove. That's why Pennywise fixates on him. Not because Richie is the bravest or strongest, but because his birth represents inevitability. This shows us a hidden detail. Pennywise doesn't fear death, he fears certainty. If future seasons lean into this, Pennywise's real enemy isn't the losers. It's causality. It's the idea that some events must happen, no matter how far back you go. That's why Pennywise keeps repeating cycles. That's why Derry resets. That's why the past keeps bleeding into the present. He's not haunting the town. He's stuck inside it. And here's the final, chilling thought. What if Pennywise isn't trying to change the timeline anymore? What if he's trying to understand why he can't? What if every scare in Welcome to Derry isn't about feeding, but testing? Testing belief, testing resistance. Testing whether this time someone might see what he sees and help him escape the loop. Because if Pennywise ever truly accepted that time is linear for him too, that 2016 is unavoidable, that Richie Tozier will always be born and always fight back, then the scariest thing in the world wouldn't be Pennywise winning. It would be Pennywise finally giving up. And monsters with nothing left to lose are the most dangerous of all. Also, this creates a causality collapse where, if Pennywise can already perceive and exist across all pre-2016 timelines simultaneously, then any attempt to change the past should already be reflected in the timeline he experiences. In other words, if he ever succeeded in altering history to secure his survival beyond 2016, the version of reality where he dies in It Chapter 2 should never have existed in the first place. His need to change the past already contradicts the idea that he sees all outcomes at once. Not to mention, if Pennywise can alter the future and kill one generation of the losers, wouldn't that completely invalidate the movie's events? Contrarily, if the franchise's events happen in a closed deterministic loop, Pennywise has no chance of winning in any timeline. This completely diminishes the overarching threat of the being and significantly reduces the stakes. There may still be ways to kill Pennywise for good,